Guys, this is Mrs. Cummings. This was the work that you got today in math for the double block day. It is due on Friday. I don't believe she's going to give you any more time to work on it, so I did want to go through and read all the questions to you. Remember, for those of you that started with me today in block 3, when you find the answer, you have to go to that next number, that flashcard, and that's, or not flashcard, but that task card, and that's the problem that you're going to do. So I believe today we started off on 1, but the next one that we went to was, I think we went to station 4. So we started at 1 and then we went to station 4 after that because that's the answer that we got. So that's just the hint that I'm giving you right now. All right. So I'm going to go through and read. Okay, so I just want to quickly read these. This first one says Nick is making bread dough. The recipe requires 3/4 cup of flour and 1 1/8 teaspoons of salt. Nick wants to make a recipe using 1 cup of flour. To maintain the ratio, how much salt is required when 1 cup of flour is used? So just remember, it's really important that you're reading how much salt is required when 1 cup of flour is used. So you're doing salt over flour, right? Super important that you guys are reading those last sentences. Then find the answer and go to the next one. I'm just reading these all in order. You are not doing them in order. You have to find the answer and go to that station. That means that you're going to have to listen to this recording if you need help reading it, and you might have to skip through some of them to find the question that you're on. A vehicle uses 1 1/8 gallon of gasoline to travel 13.5 miles. At this rate, how many miles can this vehicle travel per gallon of gasoline? Miles per gallon. The label on a 1 1/2 pound bag of wild sunflower seeds state that it will cover an area of 375 square feet. Based on this information, what number of square feet what is the number of square feet that 1 pound of wildflower seeds will cover? So you're looking for square feet over pounds. The next one, number 6, a recipe requires 1/3 cup of milk for each 1/4 cup of water. How many cups of water are needed for each cup of milk? Question number 9, a crew of highway workers paid 2/15 of a mile in 20 minutes. If they work at the same rate, what portion of a mile will they pave in 1 hour? Miles per hour. Oh no, they're giving me miles in minutes. I have to convert minutes to hours. In order to do that, I put my minutes on top and my total minutes in an hour on the bottom. Well, there are 60 minutes in an hour, so I'm using the fraction 20 over 60 for my hours. The next question says, Miss Graves gave her class 12 minutes to read. Carrie read 5 1/2 pages in that time. At what rate? Pages per hour did Carrie read? Oh no, you have to do the same thing I just did for the last question. You have to change the minutes to hours. You do that by putting the minutes on top that they give you, and there are 60 minutes in an hour. So you're doing pages per hour. Question number 2, on average, Shantae drinks a half of a 6-ounce glass of water in 2/3 of an hour. How much water does she drink in an hour? So this is saying she's drinking half of a 6-ounce glass of water. Well, that means she's only drinking 3 ounces, folks, because she's only drinking half of a 6-ounce glass. So you're doing ounces per hour. Ounces per hour. How much water does she drink in an hour? Number 7, an object travels along a horizontal straight path at a constant rate. This object travels 1/20th of a length of the path in 3/4 of a second. At that rate, how many seconds does it take the object to travel the entire length? So seconds per length. Number 10, in the morning, a farm worker packed 3 pints of strawberries every 4 minutes. In the afternoon, she packed 2 pints of strawberries every 3 minutes. What was the difference between her morning and afternoon? This one is a little bit more complicated. We're going to do the morning and the afternoon. So we have to first find both rates, and then we have to find the difference, which means subtracting them both. So in the morning, She's doing 3 pints every 4 minutes. Uh-oh, they want pints per hour. So we have to put that 4 over 60 because there's 60 minutes in an hour. You have to figure that out. And then for the afternoon, you're doing the same thing, only you're doing 2 pints per 3 minutes. Uh-oh, same thing. You have to change that out of 60 minutes because you need it in hours. You're finding out both of those answers, and then from there, you need to find the difference between those two numbers. Okay, so you need to subtract both of those to find out the difference. All right, only a couple left. Wallpaper was applied to one rectangular wall of the large room. The dimensions of the wall are shown below. So here's the wall. If the total cost of wallpaper was $771.12, what was the cost in dollars of the wallpaper per square foot? Remember, we're doing dollars over feet squared or square foot. Okay, so from there, you actually have to figure out the area first because we need all of this part. We need that value for square feet. So you have to do area equals length times width. That dot means times, A equals length times width. After you figure out the square footage, you put the money on top and the square foot on the bottom to figure that out. Number 12, Rita and Alyssa are each paid by the hour. Rita worked 5.5 hours and earned $77. Alyssa worked 3 3/4 hours and earned $60. Who is paid more per hour? Do Rita over here. Do Alyssa over here. Compare both their rates. Remember, money goes on top. Question number 11, a car travels 30 1/5 miles in 2/3 of an hour. What is the average speed in miles per hour? And that's the last one. So make sure you finish all those. You have to show your work on your pink sheet of paper before you turn it in on Friday.